Sup, so today we have another Gen 1 OU battle against my simulator buddy, Sceptross. This was a really fun game. As you can see, it was quite a long battle. We did have a bit of a problem at one point, but nevertheless, it was a really good battle. So, yeah, let's just get into it basically. So, I'm going to lead out with Starmie, he leads out with Starmie, and I'm just like, oh crap. Okay, well, I actually didn't bring the T-Bolt. As you can see, I'm trying Hydro Pump Psychic. As a lead Starmie, the recommended moves are Blizzard Psychic, but since Hydro Pump just did so well for me that my last battle in my Gen 2 battle, and also I got enough ice on this team. Chansey has Ice Beam, Lapras has Blizzard, Taurus has Blizzard, so I go into Chansey in case he has T-Bolt or T-Wave, because I'd rather just take something now. And actually, looking back at this, this is gonna bite me so much later, you'll see. So I get Chansey paralyzed because always Chansey is like the best thing to paralyze, so you don't get frozen later or anything. So I go into Executor because I want to put something asleep on his team, but then he gets this special drop, and that scares me because I know Blizzard could potentially kill me, even though I really want to put this thing asleep or something or blow up on it. So best play, just go back into Chansey. And here, yeah, there was a bit of lag in this game. God, I always have lag when I verse Sceptross, but they're always such fun battles anyway. Here I do have T-Bolt, and I was debating to use it. I think he stayed in for me to T-Wave him. He probably thought I had it. But I actually go for the Ice Beam, not only predicting a switch, but going for the freeze in case he stays in. He gets a special drop on me, and here there's a very little bit of stall here, so again, I'm debating the T-Bolt, and I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna go for the Ice Beam. So this turned out to be a game where I'm going for the freeze because I know Starmie is a problem. It's really fast, and I thought, you know what, it's been a while since I've gone for the freeze, so I'm just gonna go for it. So it's just basically I keep soft boiling and going for the freeze, but he keeps getting all these special drops. It's just making my life so much harder. So here, I believe I go for the Ice Beam one more time. And here, after this, I do get a crit, but not the freeze, and I go for a double soft boil. I'm just hoping I don't paralyze. So far, so good. Chansey's not been paralyzed just yet, because obviously I got to watch out for that. So I'm nearly full here, and I'm just like, I go for one more soft boil, because too many special drops, man. I ain't having it. So here, I'm practically back at full, or I am at full, I believe. No, I'm near enough. So I go into Starmie take the Psychic, because at this point I've seen he has Psychic, and I'm just like, I don't think he has T-Bolt, but then I can't exactly do anything back to him. I'm like, do I want to paralyze him? And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna scout just a little bit, because I might be completely wrong, but he switched here, which tells me he probably doesn't even have it. Here, right, I go for counter thinking he's probably gonna take himself out, but he goes for EQ, which is the best way to scout for counter chances. I was like, man, I know he's been watching my videos, so he might have seen I have counter, but he's a simulator player, so they always scout for counter anyway. So he was scouting me there, and here I was like, do I want to stay in again and go for counter? Because that would be a smart play, but then I just thought, no, I might heal up, because you know, I think he's just going to EQ again. But he actually did go for the body slam, so I could have actually gone for counter there, but I didn't. I thought, okay, it's fine, it doesn't matter, it's not a big deal. So here, I'm just like, alright, Snorlax, what can I go into? And I was like, Lapras can actually deal with Snorlax pretty well. Lapras can take a body slam very well, and Blizzard does more damage to him than body slam does to me. So he goes for Earthquake again. I kind of thought he would do that, because I healed back up. And yeah, pretty much I'm just gonna go for the Blizzard. It's not no other reason to go for anything else. He brings this thing in, I finally get the freeze, I believe. And yeah, I'm just like, thank God, finally got it. So this thing's out of commission now, so he's not gonna be doing anything. And I go for the body slam, and he brings in Chansey. I'm like, okay, he has one as well. I'm thinking about going to mine in case he goes for T-Wave or something. I actually don't know what kind of set this is just yet, so yeah, I go into Chansey. He actually double switches back into Snorlax. I'm like, okay, so fair enough. I'm debating to go for counter here, because I was like, would he go for Earthquake again? That's the question. And I'm just like, maybe. I don't know. I'm not too sure. So here I'm like, I could go into Executor in case he goes for Earthquake. Could go into Lapras. I was like, I was really debating, but I just went back into Lapras because it's just safe. He did go for the EQ, thank God. I could have gone in Executor technically, but anyway, I'm in this thing again, and I know Blizzard's going to be hurting him, so he goes into Chansey again. And I was actually hoping that I wouldn't freeze him again, because freeze claws is a bit of a problem when you're playing on emulator. So here I'm just debating. I'm like, okay, well Chansey's here. I might go for the Confuse Ray because he's going to want to try heal up sometime soon. So he actually hits himself, and I'm like, thank God. Now he's going to be forced to heal or something, so I know I can get a free switch into something right now. I can probably go into Executor or something. So I was thinking about it. I was like, but do I just want to attack him to death? But I was like, nah, you know what? Go into this thing and yeah, try to put something asleep. So he hits himself here, which is great because that's the second time he's hit himself. I go for the sleep powder. I kind of guessed Starmie might come in because it's like the best play. I would have done the same. And here I was just thinking, do I want to get momentum? Do I really want to finish here, or do I want to set myself up right now to another Pokemon? Because I have so many choices right now. I have so many things. I could go into Tauros. I could go back into Starmie. I don't know. I wasn't entirely sure what I want to do, but I thought, you know what? I'll finish him because then I don't know. Like he has to. Once this thing's dead, I can actually start putting something asleep on his team. Because as long as he has that thing, I'm in trouble. He brings in this thing, and I was like, okay, he actually saved the Starmie, which is interesting. So now I assume this is going to come down to a speed tie, and I really try to avoid speed ties as much as I can. So I'm staring this Executor in the face, and I'm just like, do I want to explode? Because that'll be so funny. I go for Sleep Powder Miss. He goes for Sleep Powder Misses, and I'm like, it's a sign I need to explode. I'm not going to do that again. I was thinking maybe go into Chansey, but because obviously Chansey's already paralyzed. But then I was like, nah, you know what? I think I will explode because I thought maybe it would kill, but even if it didn't, it'll be so low of HP that Tauros could just clean it up. So I just blow up and I bring in Tauros, and I'm just like, okay, Tauros can just clean. I kind of guessed he's either going to save this, bring in the Starmie, sack the Starmie, because you know, and at least I know that thing's really low in health. I gotta watch out for it because it's still pretty fast. Executor, it's faster than Chansey and Snorlax. So here I see his Snorlax, and I'm just like, what do I want to do exactly? I don't really know. I might consider going to Lapras because Lapras has been my counter so far. But then I realized he's probably gonna, I don't know. I'm thinking of just attacking him and then try to make him Hyper Beam or something. Then I thought, you know what? Actually, I might go into Lapras or something, and then I want to bait the Hyper Beam because that would be really good for me. So I go into Lapras. He actually paralyzes me as well, and I am in Hyper Beam range, so I don't think he expected me to do this, but I do go into Chansey because I know another Body Slam is not going to kill me at this point, and I do believe he will just go for the Hyper Beam. I don't think he's gonna let Snorlax take damage or anything if he can help it. So I actually just play brave here and go into Chansey. I'm just like, okay, Chansey, you better live a Hyper Beam. He actually goes for Hyper Beam. I'm like, come on Chansey, come on, I need you to live this, please. And then I live it. So I'm like, yes, counter, come on, let's go. And I get paralyzed. And I'm just like, no, I was so devastated right here. I just froze. Like I wasn't playing for like a few seconds because I was face palming. And I was like, oh no, that's where the paralyze bit me, and I was like, god damn it, Chansey, why would you do this to me? So now I'm forced to let Snorlax take damage, which is unfortunate because as you see, I'll need Snorlax a bit later because yeah, I have to take a Body Slam or something at least here and hope that I even win the speed ties and get the Hyper Beam. So it's gonna come down to, I don't know, 2 Body Slams and 1 Hyper Beam or something like that. So he's just going to play the same way as me. I Body Slam, he Body Slams. Then round 2, we both got a Body Slam again. I do believe he goes first this time. Yeah, he goes first. So it comes down to who can Hyper Beam who right here. And I've lost a lot of health, as you can see, which is unfortunate, because if I could have just got off the counter, I could have saved Chansey for something else later, more like Death Fodder. But, you know, for a safe switch later or something, you know, bring it in, let it die, same way he Starmie did. Unfortunately, this is the way I have to play now, and now I see this Executor, which is a problem, because I knew he would save it for later, which was smart, because now I'm in trouble. So I go into Lapras in case he goes for the Sleep Powder, because I was debating staying in, but then I didn't want to risk it. I just didn't. I really did not want to risk it. So I switch into Lapras, let it die, and once again I bring in the Taurus to try to clean it up. So I'm not looking too good right now. I know he has a Taurus, and I know he has a Chansey, and at this point I still don't know who his last Pokemon is. So I go for the Body Slam, and he actually leaves it in, so I do get the KO on this thing. And yeah, I'm like, okay, well, what do you want to do? So I believe he brings in his Taurus now, and I really didn't want to leave it down to this as well, because I think I got a bit lucky with the Snorlax fight. So I just want to know if I can take anything here, and I was looking for a while, because this is where our game had a bit of an issue as well. Our game actually did crash around this point, but we managed to carry on right where we left off. So I'm like, okay, my plan is to go for a Body Slam and do sort of the same thing. I'm going to let him put me in Hyper Beam range, and then I think I'm going to go into Starmie. And while he's recharging a turn, I'm going to kill him with Hydro Pump, because that's like the only benefit to Hydro Pump. It will hit Taurus harder. Taurus is a free hit KO from Hydro Pump. So I go for Body Slam, he goes for Body Slam. And I'm just like, okay, maybe I want to go into Starmie now or something. So here I was really thinking, like, at this point, I think it's been an hour into the battle, and I was really concentrating, and I was really, you know, so focused. And I was trying to switch, see if I can switch into Starmie now, or maybe wait one more turn. And yeah, basically the game crashes around here. I don't know, I've done such a good editing job, I don't think it's even noticeable, but I look at Starmie here, and I didn't even know if Starmie stopped moving. Like, usually it bounces when they're alive, but he's not moving, so he messaged me like the game's crashed, and I was like, oh god damn it. Luckily in Gen 1, you can just generate where you, like, how much HP you want everything to have going in. So we just quickly genned it and then got back in the room, exactly the same amount of HP everyone should have. So yeah, we just pretty much carry on from here. I go for Body Slam, he goes for Body Slam. It did take a little bit of a while to gen it back up, so I lost focus, which is unfortunate, but I was still determined to win. I go into Starmie to take a Hyper Beam, but he had the exact same thought, because, you know, he's like me basically. We've played a lot of time in Simulator. So now it's just like, okay, crap, I kind of want to T-Wave him. But this is where the lack of Blizzard bites me. I should have brought Blizzard, because with Blizzard I would have had a chance at least. There would have been a fair chance, I guess, to actually still win this. But Hydro Pump is not going to put him in KO range. So I've kind of, I don't know, I should have maybe just gone for the T-Wave here. So I bring in Snorlax, because I know as long as I damage him, I can Hyper Beam the rest of the team. And I did go for Body Slam, because I thought I could get it paralyzed, but the safer play would have probably been go Hyper Beam. Because if I had gone for Hyper Beam, because here he's going to show me he's got Seismic Toss, which is going to suck, because now Zapdos is able to KO Snorlax, whereas it wasn't able to before. So probably the better play would have been to go for the Hyper Beam, because at least I would have either done a lot of damage to Zapdos or killed Chansey, and it would have been forced to either bring in Taurus or Zapdos and sack it. So now Snorlax is in KO range of Zapdos, so he's played really well here. And pretty much I'm like, alright, I think he does have the game at this point, because I know the only way of redemption is get a Hyper Beam crit on Zapdos. That's the only way I'm winning here. I know he can't set up agility, because obviously I'm just going to explode. Goes for the T-Bolt, kills me, and it comes down to my Hyper Beam crit. So I actually don't get a crit, and he does end up winning. So it was a really good game. He played really well. Like I said, I kind of wish either I brought Blizzard, or maybe I could have just gone for Hyper Beam with Snorlax. It's unfortunate, but he did play his best, and he did earn this win. So good game set. I hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe for more battles, and I'll see you lot in the next one.